Hello, hello. Welcome to our Thursday teaching. I wanted to talk to you about three ways you can hear God. Three ways you can hear God. So, I'm going to be taking this from my book, The Scribal Watchman. The Scribal Watchman. We have some copies, a few copies is available in print if you want the print version on our website, and I will put the link below. I wanted to share that with you because you may want to go a little bit further into how God speaks to you, what type of listener God has called you to be. Now, I want to also share with you, do not lock yourself in one way of the three areas that I'm about to discuss. Because if you do, if God decides He wants to shift and use another one of your senses, you're going to be so trapped in that one box that you may miss Him. And that's not what God wants for you. He's going to use whatever way He can to encourage you, to give you the life, the answers that you need for life, for everyday living. That's the awesomeness of God, the God we serve. So let me go ahead and talk about the three ways God wants us to hear Him, or the three ways He uses to cause us to hear His voice. The first way, and if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. The first way is through your eyes or your vision. Your vision. These are the vision listeners. You see God with your eyes. Habakkuk 2, the second chapter says, I will go and I will look to see what God will say. Habakkuk went up to the thing and he went to see what God would say. Jesus said, I do nothing unless I do only what I see my Father doing. These are the individuals that hear God primarily through their eyes. But like I say, please do not lock yourself in one way. I thought I heard God because I started with the process of journaling. And journaling is the visual aspect. As you see the letters moving, God begins to speak. But it wasn't through the journaling that I heard God. It was through the visionary part of it. And as I stilled my spirit, he began to speak to me. So the first one is through your eye gates. You can see God through your eyes. You're a visionary, your dreams and visions, through pictures, through animals. You can see them engaging in some type of activity, and you may get your answer through that. And so there are different ways in which God speaks to us through our eye gates, through TVs, through the movie. The second way is through your ear gates. You are the auditory type of listener. God speaks to you through your listening as you hear things. It may be the radio. It may be through music. It can be through another person speaking to you. Like me right now, you may be seeking how to hear God, and God may be talking to me through me to you. So you want to pay attention to the auditory version, or you called to be an auditory listener. The next way is through kinesthetics, which is your feeling or your senses. You may smell things, like you may smell roses and it may signify something, or you may smell something foul and it may be signify something. Through your senses is also again through journaling. As you move your hands on the pen on the paper, you will begin to still yourself so that you can hear God. So that as you're moving, you hear God. You may be one that likes to do nature, so you hear God more clearly by water brooks or through the physical act of moving through the hiking path. So pay attention to how God speaks to you through your listening, what type of listener you are. These are the three ways. And within each of the three branches, there are the vines that connect to each one. And I have that, like I say, written in my book. The Scribal Watchman is an assessment at the book, a short assessment that will show you how God speaks to you. Again, I'm going to repeat the three ways that God speaks to you. And if you want more information, let me encourage you, go ahead and grab a copy of my book. I have a few print copies available still on our website. That's the lowest cost you're going to find right now until we do another reprint. But right now, the lowest cost will be available on our website at thewritersinkhorn.com. You can get the e-version if you want to do a Kindle version, and that you can get through Amazon. The three ways again is through your eye gates. These are the visionary seers. These are the visionary listeners. They can come through dreams. It can come through visions. It comes through pictures. It comes through objects. It comes through positioning yourself, the imagery that God shows you while in prayer. The auditory is the ears. It comes through the ear gates. Your ears help you discern God's voice. This can be another person. Like as I'm speaking to you, you may be seeking an answer. Do I stay where I am or do I go? And then you may hear just happen. I don't believe in coincidences, but you may happen to stumble across someone's message, and they may be saying, hey, it's time for you to move. And you have to be able to hear that and discern that this is God giving you your answer. And the third way is through kinesthetics, which is the feeling part. This is how you feel things. You know how you get that gut feeling? Some people call it the intuition. You're like, something's not right, or you walk into a room after someone has argued and you feel the tension. These are the senses that God is putting in that he has put in each of us to pay attention to. And like I say, do not lean on one particular way of listening or hearing God's voice. The three primary ways, just to reset, the three primary ways in which going to go about hearing God is through your vision. You're going to be a visual listener. Your hearing, you're going to be a auditory listener. And through your senses or kinesthetics, and you're going to be a sensing listener. And to get more information, grab my book, The Scribal Watchman, at thewritersinkhorn.com. That's thewritersinkhorn.com. And so until next Thursday, you have an awesome day. This is Dr.